again one more simple concept based on which we can get questions. That means here again you have to go with the just formulas only. The first one is bar magnet and the next one is earth magnetism. So if you consider bar magnet, so there is a south pole, there is a north pole, and the distance between the two poles is 2r. So a device which produces magnetic field, and the questions comes based on magnetic moment. What is the magnetic moment? So the pole strength times 2L. So pole strength, each pole strength times distance between the two poles, like electric dipole. Now same thing, suppose the question will come like, if you bend it into a form like it is perpendicular at midpoint, then this length is L, this length is L. Now this is one bar magnet of M1, this is another bar magnet of M2. Then M1, M2 both are equal. How much? Pole strength remains same, but the length is now L. Now this is M by 2, half of the initial. But both are perpendicular, means the resultant is root 2 times M1 or M2, both are same. So root 2 M by 2, how much? M by root 2. Or if you take the bar magnet and cut it into pieces. See, when you cut it into pieces like this, each piece behaves like a magnet with the same pole strength. But if you cut in this manner, then pole strength decreases. Now the question is, if you divide into two equal parts like this, then this will become M by 2, this will become M by 2. Why? Because length became half. Pole strength remains same. So magnetic moment also become half. If you cut like this, length is same but pole strength became half. Then again the magnetic moment becomes what? M by 2. So this way the questions can be asked based on the magnetic moment. Also sometimes questions can be asked based on magnetic field effect. That means if you place bar magnet in uniform magnetic field, then it experiences torque. What is the torque formula? M bar cross B bar. Electric dipole means P bar cross E bar, magnetic dipole means M bar cross B bar. So torque is MB sin theta. Then there is a rotation, then work done in rotating from theta 1 to theta 2 is minus MB cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. And if you take theta 1 equal to pi by 2 as reference, why? Because there theta 90 means cos 90 is how much? 0. Then at any angle theta 2 equal to theta, this is torque, work done. So the work done will become minus MB cos theta, because cos 90 is 0. So this is the work done when you take this reference position and to rotate it to another angle theta. So work done will be stored as what? Potential energy, because you are changing the position. So the work done in changing the position will be stored as potential energy. That's why it is potential energy. So what is the potential energy? Minus M bar dot B bar. Now based on this you can define stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium means potential energy minimum. Potential energy minimum means theta 0. So the magnetic moment must be parallel to external field. And potential energy maximum means unstable equilibrium. So maximum means theta 180, anti-parallel. So in both the cases sin theta is 0, so the torque is 0. So when torque is 0, the body is in equilibrium. So under the equilibrium, two conditions will come, stable and unstable. So they can ask questions based on this also. Like, let me explain one question, one well known question. Suppose there are four different configurations they have given. Like this is one bar magnet, this is another one, and this is one bar magnet, this is another, and this is one bar magnet, and this is another bar magnet, and this is one bar magnet, this is another bar magnet. This is like SN, 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 SNN, SN, SN. Here M1, M2 angle is greater than 90. Here M1, M2 angle is 90. Here M1, M2 angle is less than 90. And here M1, M2 angle is 180. So they can ask you the resultant magnetic moment, increasing order or decreasing order. So when theta 0, maximum resultant will come. When theta 180, minimum will come. So theta increases means value decreases. So that this is minimum angle, so maximum. So if you consider A, B, C, D, magnetic moment in case of C greater than, then magnetic moment in case of B, then magnetic moment A, then finally magnetic moment in D. Greater the angle, lesser the magnetic moment. Such kind of questions can be asked based on bar magnet. If you take the other one, earth magnetism. So what is earth magnetism? So earth produces some magnetic field. You can also call it as terrestrial magnetism. So consider there is a geographic NS line. Geographic NS line. And the magnetic field produced by earth is in such a way that if there is a magnet along its diameter at an angle is approximately 11.3 degrees, then whatever field produces by this bar magnet, same kind of field is producing by earth. There is no bar magnet. But if there is such magnet, then what field it produces? Similar field is producing by earth. But this behaves like a south pole, this behaves like a north pole. So the earth magnetic north pole behaves as south pole, and the earth magnetic south pole behaves as north pole. So usually north pole means the field lines are away, but here they appear to come towards. That is what the difference. Now this angle between the magnetic NS line and the geographic NS line is called declination, angle of declination. And at any point when you consider, there is a vertical component and there is a horizontal component of magnetic field, so that there is a resultant magnetic field will come, that is B. So at any point when you consider, you can take two planes, that is one plane passing through this one, magnetic NS line, that is magnetic equator. Another plane passing through geographic NS line, that is geographic equator. And the angle between them is angle of declination. Let's take theta. Now here there always one magnetic field component along the magnetic equator, along the horizontal. There is one component along the vertical, and the resultant is in between them, and that resultant makes some angle with horizontal component, that is called delta, dip angle. What is this delta? Dip. So that the component of B along horizontal is B cos delta, that is H, and B sin delta is V, So the tan delta is V by H. This is one formula. But this is the angle of dip, you will get it when you measure the field in this magnetic equator. But other than this, if you measure any other plane, like this is magnetic equator, now you are measuring in another plane at an angle theta with this, then you will not get the true dip. In this you will get the true dip. In this plane you will get the apparent dip. Let's take this is delta, this is delta dash. Then the formula is tan delta dash equal to tan delta by cos theta, where theta is the angle between the plane in which you measured and the magnetic equator. So between them. So this way, based on this only, you will get the formulas. And one more thing is, h square plus v square is nothing but what? B square. So 1, 2, 3 mostly. Last and final one formula I will tell you, that is, you take two different planes. This is one plane. Let me tell you. Take, this is one plane, this is another plane, and the angle between them is 90, where this is magnetic equator. So one plane is making angle theta and another is making 90 minus theta. And in this plane the apparent dip delta 1, in this delta 2. But here you will get actual dip delta. Then the formula you can derive tan delta equal to, tan square delta equal to tan square delta 1 plus tan square delta 2. Delta 1 is the apparent dip in one plane, delta 2 is the apparent dip in another plane, which two planes are perpendicular to each other either side of the magnetic equator, where delta is the true dip at that point. So based on these equations, you can get questions based on these two topics. This is also again formula based and simple questions, but try to understand properly. Sometimes they will also ask questions related to this earth magnetism in motional EMF, like rod is moving in the presence of earth magnetic field, then what is the motional EMF across the ends of the rod? There also you need to consider horizontal component or vertical component. And finally I will conclude with one thing, that here when you take here pole or when you take it equator. So here at equator the dip angle is 0. So H is B, V is 0, sin 0 is 0. So at equator only horizontal component will be there. And at pole delta 90, so H will become 0, then V becomes V. So at poles there is only vertical component, at equator only horizontal component. So remember these things. Then you can solve the questions based on this. So hope you all understood what kind of questions can be asked based on this one. Thank you.